Okay, this is going to be a very quick and very short and painless lesson, I hope, for all you people. This is removing tires that are already glued to rims by baking them in the oven at 325 degrees. I've already baked them for give or take about 40 minutes now, and I've broken the bottom side loose already. I flipped them, and I'm doing the other side now. This is it's not painless, but it's time consuming, but I'll tell you what, it's not messy, and it's not dangerous like boiling them. Boiling them is a frickin' joke. Do them the bro way, and I'll show you in just a second what these will look like when separated. Ow, that is hot, yes. There we go, okay. Yes, the tire is contorted. It will go right back to where it needs to when it cools. If you look real closely, I'm sorry if the light is not going to permit it, but yes, there is a slight residue from the CA, but because these are factory glued, there's not a lot of glue. So what I normally do is the bigger pieces will flake right off once it cools, but I'll finish it with a Dremel and a very small sanding drum. I don't use the larger drum because I prefer to use my cordless here, and the smaller drum will keep a higher RPM, easier, and won't bog down. Let me break this other one off here while it's still good and hot, and I'll show you what the rims look like. These are Savage XL rims I bought on eBay. I think delivered to the door was like 32, 33 bucks, something ridiculously cheap. Yes, I've seen them go for a lot more, but you know, these guys that are paying more than that, they're just not patient. I like to think I'm patient because I'd rather save $20, $30, $40 on a set of rims and recycle them the way I want to, because on all my trucks I run 23mm. I don't mess around with that little pussy ass 17mm shit, because I beat the boogers and snot and crap out of my trucks. Okay, there's number 2. Now, as I've mentioned, there's no gooey sticky mess like there is when it's boiling or using acetone. Again, dangerous, caustic, potential putting eyeballs out, and all that other good stuff. Here's the rim. It's clean. I can literally, there's no CA residue whatsoever. If there is, it's like a 5% tile of total amount, and it'll come off with one of those little wire wheels on the Dremel. It does not stick anymore. It's done. The CA will literally just flake right off. You could clean the CA off the rims with a small screwdriver if you wanted to be that patient with it. Now, as you see, the rim is like new. No one's going to know any different. So if you see these on eBay, set of 4 going for cheap, you'll know why. Because they are bakelated. I'm going to, once I clean these rims up with the Dremel and the Dremel drum, I'm going to put them on a set of previously baked 23mm half-inch offset, which is this just a tick smaller than a Savage rim, but it's so small it's just not going to be a problem when I go to glue it back on anyway. And of course balance them because I'm a perfectionist. Ooh, that was a good beer. And a good burp. Well, it's not going to be a long drawn out squirrel video. That's the gist of it. It took, give or take, about 40 minutes for these to get up to temperature in order for the glue to break off on the one side first. The top is going to be the first side that's going to break loose. Flip them over, put them in for another 15 minutes, give or take, and the other side is going to break loose also. Smaller tires, 10 scale tires, you're looking at a whole lot less time, not just for sheer bulk,